Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. Oh wow. I've just been preaching all morning on Facebook. But this one I gotta stop by to tell everyone thank you and for participating on the WGII radio ride right there at www.spreaker.com/user / the gospel 411 as I use my voice, man. Um, I'm a little shady this morning, but I stopped by to tell everyone around the world, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Detroit, Chicago, Ohio, Canada, Florida, Iraq, Kuwait, Iran, that I'm very elated and excited. This weekend was Happy Father's Day to all of you. Happy Father's Day. And then I had an encounter with Darrell J. Jones, all the way from Houston, Texas. JJ Music and Audrey Jackson was here in Las Vegas. We was at Bobby Flaves and Bobby at the Burger Place, and we was getting it in around the world. And so what I'm saying is I'm superly excited because John Smiley decided that he was going to promote the rest of his artists. Uh, um, um, Darrell J. Jones has been with me a long time. He's been on the scene since the eighth. He was 8 years old, and he's been doing music and handing out music around the world. His mother thought he was a peculiar young man, meaning she didn't know where he got it from, and people was telling his mother, "You better stop him from passing out music." But this is a elation, a gratitude, a attitude, a ram in the bush, something to talk about that's good while I'm still living, to give credence and oodles and kudos, yeah, to Darrell J. Jones. And I wanted to give him a special shout out today around the world to let him know that I appreciate him. His video, that the interview that we did here in Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace. It's over 500 right now until I get through spreading it out around the world. And he gave me a lot of new artists to get in the game, but we won't go into that because we're going to do a special show on just all the artists. But I wanted to personally thank him for being a ram in the bush and being able to minister to me as to him. Just a FYI, Darrell J. Jones, I kicked him off my Facebook board. And I didn't understand his swag. I didn't understand where he was coming from. I know about people that always, I want to talk a little bit about that today, about people always get in and have good intentions or bad intentions all the time. And so I don't know what I thought of him, but I kicked him off. And then I had to let him back on to the Facebook labor page because everyone is trying to get on that page. They could just swoop over to Martha Show and be on both pages because I share to both pages every day. And so, speaking back to Darrell J. Jones, um, I didn't know what his credence was, and this is going to be a hot topic for discussion. Meaning, we don't know what your intentions are. Sometimes we get into the self-centered mode and you don't understand that people are just trying to get their business in order and branding themselves and doing all these different things to get popular or get known on the entities that we have around the world. And I really feel bad now, meaning I should have gave him a super spectacular chance, but I think I called it right in the beginning. I think I'm calling it right with the intentions of others. So he reached out to me, and I reached out to him, and this was the time, is what I'm saying. This was time to get back together and make some things crack and pop. And so Darrell J. Jones gives me all the tickets all the time, the hot tracks around the world. Um, he knows all of their names. He knows all of their names. He knows all of the band members' names. He knows the groups that they're in. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Meaning that it's like a light bulb came on for me to understand that everyone is not out to what to get me, but and a lot are out to get me, amen. But a lot is not out to get me. And so he says, I said, well, what is this then? Is this a merge or no? He said, I want to give you some help, and because you are popular and this and that. I said, yeah, I'm just number 17% on the Google Drive. I've been doing this a long time. It's over 44,000 on Spreaker.com, but I'm not all that. Meaning, I still can go for what improvement. So this is why this is a cool message. Just a FYI, just a chat to you right now, um, to let us know that uh, everyone. And then he been doing the gospel since 8 years of age. Meaning, to me, he was a kid. To me, he was a child, and now he's a grown man, and he's continuing. Oh yeah, this gospel explosion. And I was like, now wait a minute, Martha, you got to give credence what credence is due. And so, with him being 8 years old and still, it's still with the gospel of Jesus Christ, still promoting, still getting all your songs together, still knowing all the groups, still, doing just still. Everything is just at a leverage of time. And then I know that time has suspended the time, like under my eye is just black. But I know the Lord is suspending the time for such a time as this. I didn't feel like no makeup today. Amen. And I was looking at a couple of them. I was looking at myself. I say, what's the black eye? Like somebody hit you in the eye. Amen. So back to him. So Darrell J. Jones, uh, um, he showed credence. And this is what I'm talking about around the world. When people join in, thank you guys for joining the YouTube. But when people join in with me, it's always a critique mechanism. It's always trying to, yeah, find out if something's wrong or if I'm saying it's right. And Darrell J. Jones said that, no, we gonna merge, meaning I'm gonna get them songs to you, and you gonna get them songs done, and I'm gonna tell you what their name is, and you gonna get the song done. And I was like, this is a super super blessing, and credence of the substance of what I've been wishing for. I wish that all the radio announcers and all the people that send their people's music in, um, my expression to them was to make sure that you start buying each other's music. Just buy each other's music, because if just like some CDs that he gave me, maybe he having trouble getting them uploaded to me, so I'm gonna have to go buy them because I have the hard copies. Amen. And so the hard copies, he said we can give away some and we can do some and we can give away. And I was like, now this is gonna be making the radio station real hot. It's already hot in the paint. It can stand some of what improvement. And then the only thing is in the back of my mind, I'm saying, oh, this is great, this is great. But in the front of my mind, I'm still being aware of all of my surroundings. And so this brings me to my point. As we be surrounded by talent, producers, promoters, um, as I do what I do, I spin the ride, I preach, I teach, um, and then I could just go into just teaching. I don't have to do the radio forever, ever. I got like 4 more years, and then I'm gonna call it quits on your sound. But I'm saying I could still talk to. I still got something to do. Amen. According to the gospel, and the songs. The songs they be work. I be working out the chair. I be on the floor. I be trying to not trying to do the gully. We got some swag artists from around the world, but in good sound, good music sounds around the world. I gotta start. You know, when you're doing computer work and you're being on the air and you are the talent and you don't have no help, and then you got to learn all these things. I have to learn every day. Every day I come on, I got to learn something else. So I learned how to maintain my website. I learned how to spin the rides. I just learned all this stuff because I knew it was not. I was not going to get no help. And so when Darrell Jones say I want to, Darrell J Jones say I want to help you, meaning it's really not much he can help me with, but bring his presence through his artists, through me not being. I'm a one woman show, man. You know, my husband be saying you doing too much, but I be doing what I gotta do to keep up with everything. I don't know how to display myself on YouTube to say that I'm on, like every chicken head in the book is on here to tell me when they're on and who I follow and this and that. But that's a whole nother subject. Darrell J. Jones has gotten this music to me. Is first of all, he got some stuff with LaJean, the famous singers, the singers that's gone on, the artists that kept it going, the artists in their new projects, the new Christianeers been with me a long time. For the Lord has been with me a long time, and so I don't take it for granted. Is what I'm saying. And so they come around with their new albums and their new stuff, meaning they got new, they're revamping every day. And Darrell J. Jones said, well, Martha, I want to help you. And so, you know, I get scared when people say they want to help me, because I want to know if you want to help yourself to me, are you going to be sincere in the game, and these are concerns still. Are you gonna do God's will, or are you gonna charge it to my heart, or are you gonna suck me into your program and get me off my program? And then that just brought a whole message, how we get sucked in. I did. Congratulations to myself. I did get my driver's license. Amen. And I had to just go without the destruction. And so that's what I'm going with this story. So I destructed myself by kicking him off of my page, to only to bring him back. Many people have been kicked off my page and they're not coming back because I don't want them back. I don't want you. Meaning your spirit is foul. You don't let the Lord use you. You are playing a Russian roulette with me, and then you're trying to trigger my game. And my game, I just talk swag like that, but my game is Jesus Christ. And so anyone that wants to come in with Jesus Christ with what good intentions, meaning we in the world is shaking us out bad all the time, just bad. Give me, it's like we saying, Lord, give me worse. Just give me, can you give me worse? Can I do worse? I want to know if I can do worse. And so with me climbing out of that situation about Lord, give me worse, and worrying about others and what how they living and all that, it brought me back to him when he said, I want to help you. Now, we know that when people say they want to help you, that they can't help you. And so that is my stance today. You want to help me, because talk is cheap, amen. But then when I found someone like Darrell J. Jones that was doing, he's doing way, he does a whole different platform. He's promoting all the radio stations. He's promoting all of their music. He's promoting all of their names. I know their songs. I know the words to the songs that are presented to me every day. Meaning once I play them 2 or 3 times, which I have to play them 2 or 3 times if they hot in the game. I'm gonna play them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Meaning my board, the hour shows that I do, it'll give me more credence because I have to replay some of those songs that are getting it in. If they just getting it in, I gotta give them credence. And then when they come on the Facebook and acknowledge their songs, I go crazy. I go crazy. It's like a sissy on a wheel. It's on a bicycle wheel, just riding around, just happy about it. Amen. Because God has put these people in my path that I tried to disregard, but then they came a little different, and they came with a credence and a substance. And then that has what power? Meaning God, since God is, God is a God of second chances. And so it's a lot of more that I'm going to let back on the board, but it's a lot of more that cannot come back on the board because they have ill intentions. Um, and I'm not saying that I'm worrying about your intentions, because your intentions and your tension could not, I could be misreading you, or I could not be misreading you. I don't think I'm misreading nobody, but I make mistakes in my prayers too. But I also allow the God that I serve to correct me. And then when he corrects me, I'll be like, dang, Martha, you shouldn't have did that. But he's a God of what? Second chances. So he gives me another chance to rectify the situation. The only thing that I'm not going to do different this time is I'm not going to go overboard and put too much sugar on it. I'm not going to go that far anymore, because faith without works is dead. And once you show your faith with works, and you are promoting and doing it, that man is doing a lot. And so all the artists that come under Darrell J. Jones, you should guys should be very happy, very excited about somebody paying attention to your songs. I do's the same thing. That's why it really got to my heart this time. It really got to me about the attention span that I have, because I'm older now, and now you got to shake it or fake it, or move out the way of the perimeter, meaning I don't have time to adjust to learn you. I don't want to learn you. I don't want. You gotta have that chime with God, and you gotta have your second chance with Him, and then we can tell each other what to do, and through the Spirit and the substance of the Lord, then I can make it. And then while I can make it, when I'm doing something, I cannot be distracted. And so then that means that I can't let the enemy speak in my presence, meaning gone on with all that mess going on, because the enemy plays in your head. He gives you doubt in your head. He gives you not a credence in your head. He gives you don't want a substance or hope for anything. He is just destruction, meaning he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And so I'm so glad and elated that the Lord gave me another opportunity to deal with this one particular person in the endeavors of Christ. And then, of course, as God forgives us, I forgive me too, and you too, and Pookie and them. I forgive everybody, and also I love everybody. But then it just comes to a point in our circumstances that we have to give it up. If it's not working, it's just not working. It's no ill feeling over anyone, or no, man, I'm mad at you, because I hold grudges. I'm really working on that with the Lord, because I was like, Lord, I need to let this go. And he be saying, yes, you do. But the enemy comes along and said, but if, or but when, or but how this person did this to you, what about it? And so as I learn to more forgive, as God forgives me and you, we got to forgive each other for every idiosyncrasy that we're going through, and just say, don't charge it to my heart, Lord. Just charge it, but cast it on in that sea of forgetfulness for your name's sake. And then go on and to live for another day. Amen. So I don't really got that much to say now. I really had to say thank you to Darrell J. Jones and Audrey Jackson for coming down here this weekend, enjoying me, and I was enjoying them. We all silly. We was laughing, eating, and chewing, and getting in that live that we did. We went Facebook Live, and so I want to just tell everyone out there that continue to pray for me. Stick and stay the game. Know that God is omnipresent. He super succeeds every one of our expectations, and I'm still respecting the great. I expect the great, because God is the great I am, and He's a God of second chances. And He asks us to forgive ye one another as He forgave us. Amen, somebody. I love you guys around the world. You guys are doing a fantastical job on Spreaker.com/user/ the gospel 411. I have a lot of work to do as I revamp the website www.missmartha.tv to get all those new artists on the board. Now, I know we're gonna get a little jealous and a little perturbed, but some of them got a swag sound. I mean, they coming in hard. Dorinda Clark Cole coming in hard. Johnny Ruffin Jr. coming in hard. Toe tapping situations for the Lord coming in hard. This new one that I am in love with is called The Messenger. Wow. Whoa and wow. And hey, so what I'm saying is, and thank God for what didn't happen by Perez Blackman. These are already on the chart. They are BMI'd already. They are coming in to the gospel is coming in on the BMI charts. I am so excited for them, but it's gonna take a lot of push, meaning it's gonna take a lot of record sales, a lot of numbers and everything. Like I told them, you ain't getting no numbers over here. You're getting a promotional hit. You getting all your stuff is promotional because when you go BMI and DMI and all that, I guess it's too much work for me. Amen. To do the recordings on that level. So I'll just leave that to somebody else. I'm on Spreaker.com. I'm cool with that. Copyright all of my shows, meaning whatever you hear on here is mine because what they sent it to me. I didn't go buy it or anything like that. So they sent it to me, and then we got to be careful now with all of this. What is it? Copyright. Man, everybody is on your case about copyright. Oh, you can't, you illegal and then whatever. But I haven't been having that problem because I haven't been sharing my shows to YouTube. Amen. Not my music because I can't be bothered with the extracurricular activity. So thank you, Darrell J. Jones, for being a blessing. Thank you, all the new artists that you gave to me. And thank you. And I look forward to working with this gospel. And then what I'm going to just let you go right here for real. Gospel, man, we made it. We survived. Amen. We are surviving. We are surviving. The gospel, everything is what is surviving. And so we thank God for the survival mode that we're in. We thank God for giving us a second chance. Amen. And we love him because he gave us the second chance. And we forgive all that have sinned and fell short and come short of the glory meant of God. Amen. I love you guys around the world, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Detroit, Chicago, Ohio, Canada, Florida, Iraq, Kuwait, Iran. This is the Martha Show. Amen.